Hey guys, what's up and welcome. Some time ago, I was tired of creating forms. Forms are confusing, they are stressing, and they are difficult to get right. So some time ago, I decided to create my own library that was going to solve that problem for me once and for all. And I'm proud to announce to you today that I did it. Okay, so we are continuing with our to-do application. It has got some slick forms, okay, that works, okay, very quick, and it's easy, and they are professional, and I am using the best of the best in terms of the tech stack. Let's get into the demonstration. In case you are new here, this is a series. It started here. Okay, let's see. My apologies about that. Okay, it started here on my channel. Okay, it started here. As you can see, now we are on video number 4. I am using my own library that I have created. It's called the Met component. Let's get into the demonstration. Here guys, we can log in. Okay, check here guys. Okay, I've got a user here with his which is Met. Okay, we can log in here. When you log in, as you can see, you are taken to home. This is where you can log out if you want to. If you might think that it's difficult to create this component, this library that I've created, Met component, gives you these out of the box. Guys, you don't really even have to code. Okay, and then as you can see guys, as I've told you that now I am producing forms like a McDonald's franchise, forms that are beautiful and stylish out of the box. As you can see guys, if you might think that I took time to create this form just like the way ShadCn is doing it, and it gives you more than 30 lines in a code or a form like this, believe me, this is just few lines of code, trust me. So here you can add what can I say, you can add a to-do. There is a title, there is a date picker, comes out of the box. You don't even need to some sort of style it. It comes exactly like this. Okay, as you can see guys, you can add an image of your to-do. Okay, just check here, you can type whatever that you want to type. In case you've missed something, this will validate. As you can see guys, this is beautiful and professional. You can customize it according to how you want. We can log out as well. Check here guys. Okay, we can log out here in case you think this is something that a hacker can come and bypass it. Okay, we are using JSON web token. This means that we are using the best of the best in terms of security. So mean that this code generate a JSON web token. Let me show you and demonstrate that to you. So let's go to our cookies, okay, and the application, and check in the cookies. There is no JSON web token. So meaning that if you are logged in, you see guys, a JSON web token has been created. How can we know if these random strings actually they are this user which is Met? Okay, let's just go back here, take this to JSON web token, check here guys. Okay, my apologies about that. This is a piece of code. Let's just go back here, copy this. Okay, take it to JSON web token and paste it, and it has been decoded. Check here guys, this is the active user, this is Met, this is their email, and this is the profile image address. Okay, as you can see guys, this is awesome. Okay, so it doesn't end there guys. Okay, after you have logged out, okay, if you have logged out, check here guys, we don't have a token. If you are trying to access home, okay, access home, that means you are not logged in, it takes you back to log out. If you are trying to access home, it takes you back to log out. Maybe you might think that in the home component I've got a condition that kicks people out. That is the amateur way, the novice way of doing it. This is coded design. I am the creme de la creme of development and design. I'm going to teach you a very important concept in Next.js that is difficult for other people to teach, and that is a middleware. We've got a middleware somewhere here. Okay, let me just show you. I'm going to teach you the middleware as well. Not only I'm just going to show you how things are done, I am going to explain this middleware in plain English as if I invented the middleware. Okay, so I'm going to explain in details how am I securing the home page. Okay, instead of always going to the JSX, the front end, making some conditions to kick people out. We don't do that here. We don't play games. This is coded design. So I'm going to show you and teach you the middleware as well. This doesn't end there, guys. Okay, we are going to create this login. Okay, we are going to query data from the database. In case you don't know, we are featuring Prisma as well. Okay, so we've got a database here. Okay, as you can see, guys, it's running. Okay, it's XAMPP, it's a MySQL database, so it's running. So we are saving users from the database. So this means that you can create an encrypted password, and you can validate also the user to check if this is the actual user. What do we use in order to achieve that? We are using bcrypt. We are hashing the password and locking them with bcrypt. This video is not going to waste your time. It's not longer unnecessarily. It gives you all the tools, technique and tips to help you not only to come up with beautiful project at a high speed and they are bulletproof, but I want you to also answer interview question. I don't want you to be that developer when they are being asked how does a middleware work and they say give me Visual Studio Code, I will show you. No, you must be able to explain yourself. I hope you are going to enjoy this one. Let's get started. If you are new, it's your first time here, this is a series of a full stack to do application. So it started here. Okay, this is number 1, number 2, number 3, and now we are busy with number 4. I'm happy with what we have done. This is a clean, professional and also on point registration form. As you can see, guys, everything works well. Now we are diving deep into authentication and authorization. Okay, I want you to fully grasp every concept that is involved in it. So at this moment in time, we can register a user. It's perfect. It takes an image and it saves it to a server, so everything works well. But now we are done with the registration. We need to deal with the login. Why are we going to start with the login? Remember, I told you we are pushing authentication and authorization further. We are about to get into Next.js middleware. This is a very confusing topic, not because of it's an advanced topic or it's difficult, but I don't think in the community we are winning on explaining this like the best we know how. So also in this video, I am going to show you and teach you and help you to grasp the essence of Next.js middleware. Okay, so meaning that we need to go to our login and we need to make sure that we are able to sign the user in and out, so that when we are signed in, we can have an active user. At this point in time, we can only have an active user once we register. Okay, does this means we are going to always register before we get an active user? Let me just give you an example. Okay, let's say we have a new user here which is active, and their email is like this, as long as it's unique, their password 123, and then let's say this is their image. Let's just choose this guy here. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, so once we register, okay, sorry about that, once we register, okay, we are going to be redirected to the home page where we will get I wonder why we don't get the avatar now here. Let's see, did I change the code or something? But we will, this is a story for another time. Okay, but here we are going to get an avatar of an active user, suppose, but I will quickly check now. Okay, now this is the only way in which we can get the active user, meaning that if we want to get an active user, we must be registered. If we are going to deal with authentication and authorization and the middleware, it needs to be easier for us to have an active user. And how could that be easier? We can just log in and log out, log in and log out. That is just a click of a button. Imagine if we have to register in order to get an active user. It's too much, guys. Okay, so did we manage to get what can I say, did we manage to get the token. Not really. Okay, the reason why this might be like this, I will tell you now. We just need to upgrade met component. Okay, so guys, let's go back here. Okay, let's go back here. I'm hoping to be on the login. Yes. Okay, so now we need to log in and log out so that it can be easier for us to have an active user. Okay, so with that being said, let's just quickly check what's going on here on home. Okay, on home. Okay, now I have got a clue as to what might be happening, why we don't have an avatar here. Okay, so in the code, we have made some changes. You know that we are busy with the met component. Okay, obviously, if you are following this series from here, okay, the last time we checked, we were on, I'm going to show you, on a lesser version than this one. Okay, as you can see, now we are on version 30. On the previous tutorial, on the previous video, remember I told you that I am working on the, what can I say, on the package, okay, on the library. Okay, as you might see that the met component, where it is the met avatar, okay, the met avatar was not like this. Okay, it was not like this. It didn't take a title, it didn't take a avatar item, it didn't take all of these. So sorry, so meaning that I have made some changes. Remember I told you that I'm going to make this component reusable. Okay, before it was not reusable. Okay, so obviously those changes came with some some bugs, let's say. So let's just quickly check here first. Are we managing to get a token? Let's see. It looks like to me we didn't generate a token. As you can see, guys, if we go here, application, let's see, cookies, there is nothing here. Okay, so let's just quickly go to register again. Okay, register again. Let's see, test, but let's just give it a different name. Do you know where the problem is? Okay, my apologies, guys. Okay, remember this uses an MySQL database. Okay, and that database is connected to we are using XAMPP to power up that database. Okay, so this means that, guys, XAMPP has not been started. Okay, my mistake, guys. Okay, my mistake, and I sincerely apologize about that. Okay, my mistake. Okay, so let's start the MySQL database. Okay, so that the system can connect, and then it will generate a token for us. Okay, my apologies about that. I hope you I'm forgiven. Okay, so as you can see, guys, now our database is running. Okay, let's see. Also MySQL, obviously MySQL sometimes it gives some errors here. So what you can do, if it gives you some error, stop it and run it again, stop it and run it again. Okay, so now we know that our database is active, and then let's register, guys. We're supposed to get a token here, and when we are redirected to the home page, suppose we see an avatar there. Okay, what, oh, okay, the file is needed. Let's choose this guy again, as you can see. So let's register and check here. Okay, let's see. As you can see, guys, okay, so that means now we have managed to generate a token, a JSON web token for this user, and here is this user. Okay, guys, now let's talk about the met avatar. Okay, this is the met avatar, guys. Okay, as I've promised that I will refactor it so that it can be reusable. Okay, in the previous video it was not reusable. So how is it reusable now? Now on the met avatar, you can pass the image to it and the name. Okay, as you can see, guys, image and the name. I need to deal with this, I need to delete this. Okay, you can pass the image and the name, and also now you are able to add these options. Okay, these options here, when you are adding them, you can add some sort of an action item. Let's say these are avatar item. What do I mean by action item? You are passing an item that has got a callback. Okay, it's some sort of a function that will do something when the user clicks here. For instance, let's test home and see what happens. Click. As you can see, guys, okay, I'm alerting an empty what can I say, empty dialog message here. There is nothing. Okay, I'm just showing you that you can put an action there and do whatever that you want. And then here on logout, I think this is a link, meaning that it's supposed to take you somewhere instead, but I just need to check if I did that. Okay, as you can see guys, it's redirecting me to logout, but unfortunately I don't have this route. Okay, but here I'm just giving you an idea. So let's go back here and show you what might have changed. Okay, so we've got an avatar here. Okay, we've got the Met avatar. Okay, which is my component from Met components. Okay, so we've got Met avatar here. Now Met avatar takes a title. Okay, check here guys, this is an account. Okay, what if maybe you don't have a title here? Okay, check here. As you can see guys, there is no title. Okay, that's step number one. Okay, if you want, maybe let's say these might be settings, I don't know guys. Okay, now it's reusable, you can do whatever that you want, as you can see. Okay, let's go back here. So let's just leave it on accounts, and then from then Met avatar takes an array of avatar items. What are those? These are the avatar items. Okay, cool. And then these are the avatar item, and then obviously the session user, it was there before, but as you can see, it takes the username. Okay, the username, yes, and the image src. Okay, this one, it's easy. Now let's talk about the avatar items. Okay, what are avatar items? Okay, so the avatar items, what can I say, it's not like any JSX component or React node. Okay, there are two types of avatar item. So first of all, this takes an array. Okay, that means it's going to be some sort of a list of things. What are those things? Okay, this can be an avatar action, as you can see here. Let's type here, let's say, let me type action. Okay, let me alert action here. Okay, so now this is a JSX a React node or a JSX element. Okay, as you can see, it's called an avatar action. Okay, you give it a label. Let me just change it now to action. You give it a label and you give it some sort of a callback function, which is action method. Here is my action method. So when somebody clicks on home, okay, I want to do this, I want to display, or I want to alert. So when somebody clicks here on action, I want to alert action. Let's go and test that. So as you can see, we've got this option. This is the Met avatar component. When you click here, I want to do this action. I can do whatever that I want to do here. That's the first type of it. This is an avatar action. And in that array, the other item might be an avatar link. Okay, don't mind about this key, I will explain now. Okay, the other one is an avatar link. You give a link a label and you give it a link. Okay, the avatar link, you give it a label and you give it, this is more like an href. Okay, it's a link. You are telling it where to go. Okay, let's say we want it to go to register. Okay, we want it to go to register. As you can see guys, when we're logging out, it will go to register. Okay, I hope this one it's simple. So at this point in time, if you don't have the current version, which is of Met component, which is 0.30, which is a 0.30, then it means that you can just come here. Okay, I hope now you know what we're going to do. Npm remove, okay, Met compo, not double N, Met components. Okay, that means we are removing Met components at all. Okay, as you can see, let's see, I think I've got some typos. Npm remove Met components. Okay, met components. Okay, so if it's your first time here, you can just install met component. You are going to get the 0.30 version, which is the updated one with the updated met avatar. Okay, so once you are done with removing it, then you can just install it again. npm I met components, as you can see, guys. Okay, so this is what we've been doing since I'm updating the library, the UI library, as I'm teaching you. Okay, so this is just going to be quickly installed, and that is it. So meaning that now you can go and check in your package.json. Suppose where is met component. Let's see where is met components. If we have it, if I can't see it, here is it, guys. Okay, as you can see now, the version is 0.30. So you just need to make sure that you've got this version. Let's see. Isn't there an error because of this version? Okay, let's see what it says. Is not assignable to a type of intrinsic attribute, redirect path, and property title does not exist. Okay, let's see. Everything was working well, and it looks like now after I've installed this version, nothing seems to work. So let's just go and check there. It looks like to me I didn't update this, so this has rolled back to the old version, as you can see, guys. Okay, I have changed it in my own code, which now I lost it. Okay, but I didn't change it into the other one. Okay, let's see, maybe by God's grace I have managed to change it on met component. My apologies about this. Okay, my apologies about this. Let's just quickly check where is met components so that I can just push it if I have already copied and paste. Okay, if you're following this series, you know this is something that I told you that it's a bit of a mission and a half. Okay, to update the library and keep it updated, it's a mission and a half. Okay, guys, as you can see, okay, this version, this one, met component, okay, in the package itself, it takes the title, it takes the session user, it takes the avatar. Okay, one thing that I didn't do, I didn't publish it. Okay, as you can see, so here is it. So the older version, as you can see, it doesn't take those. Okay, as you can see, check here. Okay, it doesn't take those, so at least we are safe, guys. I didn't lose a lot of work. Okay, so thanks to me by always updating this library. Okay, even though I just forgot to push it. So what we are going to do now, okay, let's push it to the .331. okay, 0.31, and then let me save that. As you can see, it's not saved. Okay, let's just push this, guys. Okay, let's, in fact, we are not pushing it, let's publish it. npm I think it's npm publish. Okay, and that is it. Okay, let's publish another version. Okay, I think everything went well. We just have to, now I'm not going to uninstall and install it. Let me just try this way. Okay, because there is another simple way. Okay, I'm just going to go here. Where is it? Where is the met component? Now we are on version .31, okay, or 0.31, and then I'm going to save this, and I'm going to just run npm I. Sorry, what's going on here? Okay, let me clear this. So what am I doing now? I'm just updating my package.json. Okay, so when I'm running this command, sorry, okay, npm I'm telling Node to go to all my packages and update them, including the met component, which is now I have changed it to 0.31. Where is it? Okay, yeah, as you can see, guys. So that's how I'm doing it now. Okay, so I'm expecting this to disappear. Okay, my apologies about that. Okay, as long as we didn't lose a lot of things. Okay, as you can see, guys, now the .31, the 0.31 works very well. I think I'm done explaining about how can you be where I am in terms of the versions, okay, in terms of the met component versions. Okay, so guys, I think we are good to go. As you can see, we are able to come here, but at the moment we don't sign out, we don't sign in. So in order for us to reach this stage, we must always register. Okay, so let's first deal with the login button so that we can log in and log out quickly before we go to the middleware authentication and authorization. Okay, middleware is very interesting, guys. Okay, and it's a bit tricky. Okay, so let's continue, guys. First of all, I don't know why I have got the email here, so let's just go to home and see, or let's check in avatar first. Do I have an email? As you can see, guys, I've got an active email here. This is some sort of let's say, I'm not sure, a bug or what. It's not supposed to be here. Maybe I was testing something here, so maybe even with you you might have that. Let's just refresh. I'm expecting this to disappear. Okay, my server is not running. Okay, npm run dev. Okay, so I have removed this. Okay, let me, since I'm already here, guys, okay, because I always forget to update the actual library. So what I'm going to do, this is the met avatar. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to paste the one. Nope, this is not what I want to do. Okay, this is not what I want to do. Let's see. Let me click onto here. Oh, okay, the email. Okay, the email is not on the met avatar, it's on a page. Okay, as you can see, guys, so the met avatar, it's fine. Okay, it's fine like this. Let's check. Let's see, am I on met components? Yes, this is not right. Met avatar.tsx. Yeah, okay, cool, guys, I'm happy with this. Let me just close this one, and I hope everything is running and we don't have that email because we have removed it. Okay, guys, cool. Now let's go to login. Okay, let's go to login. Apologies about that. Where is my login? Auth login. Now we are going to log in. Okay, so what's going on here? Let's just briefly talk about login. Okay, in fact, let's just go to register. Okay, we are going to copy something from register. Okay, so let's just quickly go there. So when you are on the login screen, it's either you log in or register. Okay, if you are not registered, you can register. So we need to always have those options. Okay, for some reason we just ran out of the power. I don't know what might be. In South Africa, we've got something called load shedding. I'm not sure if it's back. What is load shedding? We just share the power. I'm not sure if in the country we're running out of power or electricity. Okay, whatever that is. Okay, so I'm trying to say I'm out of power now, so I'm using the laptop battery, as you can see. So as soon as the battery dies, without, maybe if the power is not back yet, then I will have to wrap up the tutorial. So my apologies about that. I don't know why. Okay, fortunately for us, we don't connect much to the internet. Okay, this is locally, so let's continue, guys. Okay, so it's either you register or you log in. So fortunately for us, okay, this component, okay, it's a met submit alternative, okay, from met component. Okay, so let's apply the same met submit alternative on the login button. Here it's asking us to register or log in. Then on login, suppose it asks us to log in or register. I hope you get that. So let's go back to the code, and first let's go to register and copy the met submit alternative. Okay, let's see what I want to do. Okay, met submit alternative, as you can see here is it, guys. Okay, where it starts, okay, it ends here. Okay, so if we go to login, let's check met submit as a button. Met submit as a button, we're just going to delete this and we're going to use met submit alternative. I'm just gonna click here next to this E, press Control and press space and import it, and then we are done. Let's go back and check it. So let's click login. I don't think we need this one. Okay, so as you can see guys, it says register or login. Well, this is not what we want. Okay, if we look at the met submit alternative, it has got a reverse prop which we can remove. Once we remove that, as you can see now, we've got login and then register. Okay, what can I say? The popping button, okay, the one that grabs more attention at this point in time, it's register than login. As you can see, login, it's a bit muted. Okay, we don't want that. We want this login to pop. So we can come here, we can change this prop, which is submit. Okay, this is submit is asking you which button here is responsible for submitting the form, of which at this point in time it says it's register. That's not true because we are logging in, so it's log in, and then register will act as some sort of a router or help us to navigate to a different page. So let's change this from sign in to, let me just delete it like this so that I can have some options. It's log in. Okay, and then let's go back here. As you can see guys, now it's login. So now this login, what can I say, it triggers an action. Okay, I don't think I implemented any logic for this at this point in time. Okay, and then this one is supposed to take us to register. Okay, so I think now our application flow is improving. Okay, now I don't have to always come here and type register. Okay, now we've got a better authentication flow, as you can see, and it's working out of the box. Okay, cool. And then what we can do as well, we can apply this indicator here. As you can see, this indicator will always indicate when you have some errors. Okay, as you can see, it changes, telling you that your form, your overall form status, it's more like it's on error. Okay, it will change when everything works well. As you can see, we don't have that here, so we can go to the met form. Okay, from met component. Okay, where is the met form? And then I think I've got a prop here which is indicator. Okay, so in this form, let me see what will happen. Yes, so in this form I want to have an indicator as well, so that means we are good to go. Let's delete this and let's click login. As you can see, we are not good to go. Okay, we are getting there guys. Okay, I'm happy with this. Now let's get into the logic. Let's just discuss first what do we want to do. Okay, I think what I can do here, I can decrease my brightness to save what can I say, the battery. Okay, so that we can last longer, or we can record longer. Okay, let me do this. At least I can see. Okay, my eyes will adjust. It's a bit dim, but my eyes will adjust. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so let's discuss what do we want to do. Okay, we've got an on submit method, okay, that receives this data. Okay, so when it receives this data, we want it to take it to an endpoint. That endpoint need, we are logging in. Okay, that endpoint need to query the database, okay, and get the information for this particular email. Okay, and then from then it need to compare the password and it need to come back to us. I think that is clear. Okay, so then let's go to let me just zoom this in a little bit. Okay, I hope this is more visible for you. Okay, in case you are watching this from a mobile phone. Okay, so let's check the on submit method. Okay, let's just check for that on submit method. I think we can even see it from the met form. Okay, the met form. So the met form has got this here is the form submit. Okay, so here is the form submit. It receives the data, we console log the data. Okay, let's just check. Let's just put test here. Okay, go to the console. Let's see, do we get the data when we are console logging? Okay, obviously it looks like it sends something, the data somewhere. Okay, let's just quickly check that. Okay, so as you can see, guys, it's running the mutation. It's not console logging. My apologies for that. It's running this form mutation. Okay, so let's go to this form mutation and see what we did here. Okay, I think I can also do this. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is some sort of a fake endpoint. Okay, it's Google, of which this is wrong. Okay, cool. That means first we have to create the endpoint for logging in. Okay, so let's go back to our API. Okay, we've got register, and then let's create the endpoint for login. All right, and then what we want, my apologies about that, on login we're going to create a folder which is going to be route.ts. Very important that this folder, this file, be named like this. Okay, my apologies about that. And then let's get into what can I say, Next.js API routes. Okay, so what we can do here, we need to always export. Okay, always export this function. Okay, we need to export the post function, and then we need to make an arrow function here. Okay, so we are exporting const. Sorry, I didn't declare this function. Okay, we are exporting const this function, and that is it. Since we are in a server, we need to this need to be a promise, so we need to, this needs to be an async function. Okay, I hope that one is easy. What does this mean? As soon as you hit this endpoint, this post method will run. Okay, and then this post method will receive a request. Okay, will receive a request. Let's just call it rec. Okay, and it's going to be a next request. Okay, that's the type of this let's say, what can I say, a type of this, it's a parameter or it's an argument. We are receiving it, we are passing parameters when we are calling a function. Okay, this one you can make your own research, guys. Now it looks like I'm confused, I don't know. Okay, so we are receiving this parameter. Okay, we are receiving this parameter, which is rec. Okay, so what type of this parameter? It's a request, it's a next request. Okay, so let me just give you a clear picture of what's going on here, because if you don't understand this, this can be confusing. So I'm not going to be too much, but I'm just going to give you an idea. Whenever you interact with a form, okay, and you are sending that form to an API, okay, well, you might think that you are only sending the email and the password. That's what you think as a user, but that's not what is happening under the hood. Okay, whatever that you are doing here, it needs to be wrapped with an HTTP request. The method of that request is post. Now I'm starting to involve method, something that you don't see here. That's not all. When you are sending that request, it comes, or it goes with a lot of things, which I believe it's some sort of the web API, let's say, methods or functionality. Okay, things that you don't really see. Okay, what is involved in those things? Okay, number one, it's the headers. Okay, headers contain or contains a lot of information about this HTTP request, about your browser, about a lot of things, guys. Okay, it's a lot, but I'm going to try to show you that. Okay, so what I'm trying to establish here is that this guy the client sends a lot of information that you are not aware of. So let's just go to the network to see what is this guy sending. Okay, besides this and this, because now this will be wrapped, it will be inside a lot of things. Okay, I think now it's going to be called a payload. Okay, which is, it's not like data now, it's a payload. Okay, what you are sending to the endpoint. So let's do this. Let's send. Okay, let's say payload. Okay, this email is payload. Check here, guys. Okay, we are sending data to Google. As you can see, it's pending. We are sending it and it has failed. Okay, and this is the error message, as you can see. Okay, cool, not a problem. So what we want to check, what did we send to the user. Okay, guys, my apologies. I just need to open for somebody is knocking. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for waiting for me. Okay, I believe my mic at least it's advanced, so meaning that it's able to filter the background noise. Okay, but in case you might hear some, I'm not sure, small voices here and there are some people on the other side and they are conversing. Okay, so I'm trying to say, if you can hear those little things, please, guys, bear with me. There's nothing I can do. It's either I choose to wait for them, and while I'm waiting for them, I'm not sure in terms of the load shedding, when is the power coming back. So it means that I'm caught up between the hard place and the rock, and I choose to continue. Okay, so with that being said, let's continue, guys. So I was asking myself, what did we send to the server? Okay, we want to know, is this just the name and email, or it's a lot of things? Okay, so as you can see, guys, this is the error. Now the networks tab, okay, this networks tab has got the headers. Okay, I told you about this. Let's check what is inside the headers. The request URL. So meaning that this Chrome thing, or this Internet Explorer thing, or the browser, it looks like it's sending more information than I am aware of as a user, or maybe sometimes as a developer. Okay, sometimes maybe as a developer you might not really be aware of this. Okay, sorry about that. So it's telling the server the request URL, okay, which is our endpoint. At this point in time, our endpoint is Google. The request method, okay, our method, it's post. Status code, okay, what happens after the request. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is 404. It's not found, and that's true, guys, it's red. Okay, the remote address, not really sure about this, but I'm just assuming we've got this port 3000. Okay, the reference policy. Okay, some other things we will deal with them later. I don't want to confuse you here. Okay, I just want to give you an idea of what's going on. The course policy, if I can explain it, I might confuse you. Okay, I'm assuming you are a beginner. Response headers, as you can see, guys, this is raw. Okay, cache code. So now I'm just going to look for things that we might need on the server side. Okay, things that concerns us. Okay, now let's check here. The payload is what we have sent. Okay, even though we are not going to receive this data as a payload, the name will be somewhat different, or the way in which we are accessing it, but this is what we have sent. Okay, let's just check other interesting things on the headers. As you can see, guys, we've got the connection, we've got the date, what else, let's see. Okay, we've got the content type. The other important thing, guys, this is very important. Okay, the token, the cookies. Okay, the power is back. Okay, I don't know what happened. Now let me increase my brightness. My apologies about that, guys. Okay, but I was trying my best as a tech guy to maximize my time, our time, me and you. Okay, so let me just increase my brightness. And what else? I might as well connect to the internet, or maybe the Wi-Fi is still loading up. Okay, let's continue, guys. Okay, looks like we are winning, and now we don't have any disturbance ahead of us. Okay, so guys, automatically the browser will send the cookies. Okay, whether you like it or not, it will send the cookies. Okay, I think now the idea of JSON Web Token and authentication it's becoming fully established in your mind, and that's what I want. I want you to understand this so that when you are attending an interview, you can answer things. Okay, I don't like it when you are in the interview and you are asked, how does the JSON web token work, or how does the client or the browser sends the token to a server, and you ask them to give you a code. This is not coding. They are asking you, they want to test, they want to see that do you understand it. Okay, so I want you to pass those interview questions, more especially those ones that I failed in my career. Okay, I failed them for you to pass them. Okay, I think that's the best way. Okay, my English ends there. Okay, now let's see. As you can see, guys, there's a lot of things here. Okay, but the most important one for now, let's say this origin will become important. Why I'm saying will become important, I'm hoping on the middleware I want to teach you this. Look at what Udemy is doing. Okay, if you are searching me here, by the way, you can come here, guys, and support me. I've got this course on Udemy, React Advanced Component Composition, and I've got this one, Next.js. Okay, so if you are hitting this on Udemy collects this first. Okay, it collects this because they want to know which, not necessarily addresses. Okay, what can I call this, which URLs are generating traffics. Okay, guys, this is important. Okay, in web technology, this, as much as you think that this is just an URL, this is important. It communicates a lot about which pages are frequently used and what people are searching. As you can see, guys, this is a query string. I'm searching Matthew Msengati here. So as a result, they collect all this information and they present to us as the instructors. As you can see, guys, okay, here, let's see, top web pages directing traffic to your course. Okay, so as you can see, guys, here they are checking before somebody lands on Udemy server or URL, okay, where they were coming from. It's a traffic source. Okay, they want to know where were you coming from. Check here, guys. Okay, so most of people who are visiting let's say my courses or my section, okay, they are coming from Udemy courses search. Okay, as you can see, some of them are coming from Google, some of them from nowhere, I don't know where that is, some of them from Facebook, some of them from Substack. I think by now you know I always, guys, ask you to subscribe to my Substack newsletter if you want to get the source code, okay, for this channel, and if you want to get the Figma files for this channel. In case you didn't know, I've got this channel as well, which is coded UI. Okay, I'm offline, which is coded UI. Okay, so that's why we've got Substack here. It makes sense, guys, and this is true because I refer people to Substack. Sometimes I create promo code which now they have expired for a lot of courses. So this is very important. Okay, I want you to understand this. Okay, and I'm going to do my best to help you to understand it. Okay, believe me, at the end of this tutorial you are going to understand this through and through. Okay, so let's go back where we were. So as you can see, guys, so here we've got also the origin. Okay, this is the origin. That means where we are now here, and let's check here the referrer. I'm thinking before you hit that endpoint, where were you coming from? Okay, so these are important things. Okay, we are going to hit on this as well. We are going to create some sort of a traffic database thing here. So whenever somebody hits some certain pages, we want to know where they were coming from. We want to save that to the database. So we are going to simulate this. Why am I doing this? I want to simulate existing application, and I want this to-do application, which looks simple, to be as realistic as possible. Enough about that, let's continue. So as you can see, guys, the browser is sending a lot of information, and this is called an HTTP request. As you can see, guys, it has got a lot of things. Okay, cool. Now let's go back to here. So when you are hitting this endpoint, this request, it's that HTTP that has got a lot of things. Do you want to see it? Let me show you. Console.log. Okay, I'm taking this and I'm logging it. So this means that we need to hit this endpoint now. So let's go to our login, and instead of hitting a fake API, which is google.what, let's hit API login. And as a proof that we are hitting the server, let's do this. Put this here. Apologies about that. And let's put this here. Now we are going to come back here. First, we need to check what's going on here. Okay. Okay, as you can see, guys, let's see. Log in. You see, now it's hitting the endpoint login, as you can see. Obviously, there is an error. Okay, this doesn't mean that the endpoint doesn't exist, but we are not handling this request the correct way. Okay, I hope you understand that one. Okay, and don't mind about that. So let's see, where do we want to be? We want to be on the response. As you can see, guys, there is nothing. Okay, because we are not sending a response back. Okay, so let's check the console log of that request. Check here, guys. Okay, this is an HTTP request. Let's see. You see, as you can see, guys, it's a lot of things. So here we have compiled the page login. Okay, here. That means everything was working fine. And then after that, as soon as that endpoint was hit, we have console logged the request. Okay, check here, guys, what's in the request. Okay, base URL, origin, you see, a lot of things, method, post, local URLs only. Okay, some of the things we are not going to use them. Okay, even me, some of the things I don't know. Okay, but I'm just going to show you some of the things that matters. Okay, you see on the URL we've got the href. Here is it, HTTP login. We've got the origin, we've got the protocol, we've got the username and the password, the host name. As you can see, guys, we've got a lot of things. Okay, we've got also search params as well. What else do we have? Let's go down.
Hey guys, my apologies for disturbing. In case you didn't know, we've got a course at Udemy. If you are watching this on Coded Design, I also got another YouTube channel for teaching you Figma, and that channel is Coded UI. In case you want to be updated by everything that we do here at Coded Design, please check the link in the description below to our Substack newsletter. Thank you so much. I hope you are enjoying.
And check. Okay, we've got the URL here. Okay, coming from login. We've got also cookies. Okay, as you can see, guys, we've got also cookies. So I hope now you are starting to get a picture, okay, of where we are going here. Okay, I don't want you to use methods from the request that you don't really get an understanding of what's going on. For instance, let's say you are getting cookies, but you don't know what a cookie is and you don't know where it's coming from. Well, I don't like it like that. Okay, the reason why I'm explaining this way, guys, okay, I am not teaching you to create a project, okay, where you can brag to your friends and have a nice portfolio. Okay, besides that, or beyond that, or on top of that, okay, I am seeking to connect with you, if I can be honest. Okay, I want you to find me human enough and sincere and transparent and genuine and original. That's the only thing that I want you to get out of that. Okay, there can grow a seed of strong character, of persistence, of not sure, belief, and all those things. Okay, what's the use, guys, of me bragging you with my intelligence that doesn't improve your life? Think about it. Okay, I can teach you how to create the best of the best application, but if I'm not managing to awaken the giant in you that believes and that keeps on and that persisting, for me, I won't be happy. So that's why I'm explaining this way. I want you to get the essence and I want to connect to you. I want to help you to see possibilities. Maybe one day I might visit your country and you might see me for the first time. We will shake hands and maybe you will say to me, "Thanks, Matthew. You have helped me to make my life better." That's the That's all. Okay, that's the main goal of coded design. Enough about that. Let's continue. So where we are, I think I'm lost here. I'm not supposed to be here. I want to be on the API. All right, so as you can see, guys, we are receiving a request. You know what a request is now. Okay, cool. What's the first thing that we want from that request? Okay, we want the data. Okay, so we will pull things from that request. Okay, we will pull things from that request. Okay, as we wish or as we want. Okay, so whatever that you are going to get from that request, you need to know what you were sending to that request. So let's go back here. The type of data, this is a mutation function. What were we sending here? We were sending data. We were not sending form data. Okay, that is very important. Okay, we are just sending data, which is a JSON object. So we need to catch, or we need to receive in the back end the JSON object. If we were sending form data, then we will need to receive or to catch form data. So what can I say? What you put in is what you get back. So we need to know what were we sending. Okay, so now that we know we were sending an object, okay, just an object, a plain object. Now let's start by saying const. As you know, I don't memorize code. Okay, const data, let's say, is equal to, let's get the request. Okay, here is our request. What do I want from the request? Let's check, do we have body there? Okay, and then we've got the body. Do I JSON the body or what? Okay, let's see. Body, maybe this body is a method. Let's see what it says. Cannot invoke the body as a method. It's possibly none. Okay, my apologies about this. Let's see, cannot invoke this object. So this you cannot invoke. Let's see. Let me try body property body. This is what I want. Okay, let's see. And then what else do I get here from the body? Dot cancel dot request is not what I want. Can I invoke this body? Cannot invoke as okay, cool. Now what I'm going to do, let me just console log and see what do I get from this body. Okay, something is telling me that I need to get, not really, I don't think I'm supposed to even get the body there, but let me just console log this for the sake of us testing. Okay, so guys, this is how I know things. Okay, to be honest, whenever I get into a video, I don't know a lot of things. Okay, I've got some blank areas and I like it that way, guys. Okay, I will tell you why. I'm a designer. Okay, I've been designing for the most part of my life. Okay, so with design, you don't repeat yourself. Okay, meaning that if you can ask an artist, a painter, to paint the same picture twice, he won't copy it exactly as it is. The second one will be, it might be totally different. Okay, it's art. Okay, art is new in nature. Okay, so I'm trying to say, when I'm starting a tutorial, obviously I've got an idea of some things that I want to teach you, but I don't like it when I have a blueprint. Okay, it doesn't add value to me. It feels like a repeat. I feel like I'm a fake. I'm not learning anything. So basically, guys, that's how I feel. It's a personal thing. Okay, I was just sharing it with you. So that's why you see me coding this way. Excuse me. I like to figure things out, and it also helped me to learn, guys. Imagine I'm going to log in this data here, and now I'm going to know what's in here. Okay, so with that being said, let's continue and see. We are going to get an error because we are not sending a response back. Okay, not a problem. Okay, but we are going to console log this. So let's see, guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, readable stream log is equal to false, readable error what. Okay, as you can see, guys, we are not seeing some sort of a meaningful thingy here. Okay, and also my memory has been refreshed. The JSON that I'm looking for, it might happen it's on the request itself. Okay, let's see the JSON. As you can see, guys, here is it. Okay, so when you invoked this JSON, you get some sort of the data that you have sent. Okay, so as you can see, guys, it's very important to understand what this request is and what I can pull from it. How to pull, it's not important. most tutorials, they are teaching you how to do things. Okay, what is important is to understand what is inside it. Okay, because if you only understand how to do it, you will have to memorize it. Okay, so you can't fiddle and what can I say, think your way out of confusion or getting stuck. Okay, so as you can see, guys, I have managed to get this JSON data, and then let me console log it. Let's go back here again, test. Where is it? Okay, we didn't return a response. Yes, I'm sure about that. Okay, let's see what is this and what's in there for me. It looks like to me we've got a promise. What does a promise mean? It means that we need to await this. Okay, cool. So let's await it, guys. Okay, let's await it. Let's see, what do we get? It's data, it's any. Okay, cool. And then let's go back here and let's click send again. Okay, let's go back here. We didn't return anything. Yes, but check here, guys. After we awaited it, it has given us email, this an email, and it has given us the password. This is exactly what we want. Now I am sure that I am getting that data. Since now we know that what we are getting back is an object that has got this and this, what we can do, we might as well destructure that. Okay, like receive, sorry, what am I trying to do? We might as well receive those variables as they are. We know that we are going to get the email, and we know that we are going to get the password. Okay, so now let's just speed up, okay, the what can I say, the process. Okay, let's just pick up the pace. So what I'm going to do now, I have got the email and the password. So let's get into the response. So whenever you are hitting the endpoint, or when you are in a server, you need to always return a response, and the response that you are going to return, it's next response. Okay, it's next response.json. Okay, now check here, guys. In the request, we got the JSON. Okay, this was the information that was sent. The client knows it as a payload. Okay, we have received that data. Now we want to return a response. Check here, even the response has got the JSON. Okay, because it needs to send this information as a JSON object. So what we are doing now, by copying this object as it is, okay, it's like we are saying we will send back what we got from the UI. Now we are not going to have this error. Okay, are we console logging? We are not console logging anything. So we need to check this response on the browser. Okay, that's what I want to say. So let's go and check the network. Okay, is it red now? No, it's not red. Okay, what is this blah blah blah? Okay, I will have to check there what I did. Okay, so guys, login is no longer red, and login is sending back to us what we have sent to it. I'm happy with this. I hope you get the idea. You are starting to understand what's going on. Okay, cool. What else do I want to do after I got the email and the password? Let's try to handle some errors. Okay, why am I saying let's try to handle some errors? Whenever you are awaiting something, it means you've been running an asynchronous function, something like this. Okay, even if it's not you, okay, it means that this is an asynchronous function. Asynchronous function means that, well, I am going to perform some task which might be true or which might be false. I'm going to go and call someone. I might find them, I might not find them. So think of it that way. It's a promise that is not a promise. Okay, or that is not always a what could happen in promises. Okay, now I'm running out of English data bundles. They are depleted. Okay, the promise you make, it must be the promise you keep. I hope you know that saying. Okay, and it's true, it's valid. You have to keep your promises. Now this response, it's a promise, that's why we have to await it. Okay, but the promise can be broken. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, the promise can be broken. Okay, so meaning that if somebody promised you about something, they might not deliver. Okay, there is that possibility. So in this context, what does that mean? The promise might be null. okay, as much as we are optimistic about getting this data, but in essence, somebody might hit this endpoint without these details, okay, email and password. Chances are we might get null values, so that promise might be broken. Cool. With that being said, let's handle that. If email is not true, how do I do that? That means email not true, or password, okay, not true. Then what you must do, that's an error. This is supposed to be email, okay, as you can see, guys, because it can be null. Okay, so we need to make sure that we handle that. What are we going to do, guys? We need to return an error. Okay, so now let's just make these meaningful. Okay, in this part, okay, in this tutorial, I think somewhere here on video number 2, I'm explaining more about statuses, okay, HTTP statuses or status codes or something like that. So I'm going to use one of them. Okay, so we are going to return back an error, and the error message is email or password not supplied. Not supplied. All right, and then we need to pass the status, which is 400. Well, we are telling the browser that something went wrong, and why this is not working, because I have put this inside this object of which I was not supposed to do that. Okay, this is supposed to be here. So return, that means stop the execution, and what can I say, do not continue. Okay, guys, thank you so much for making it this far. Guys, let me just take a water break. All right, let's continue, guys. In case you might want me to teach you, this is my website, matthewmsingati.co.za. You can come here and arrange a discovery call. This is a one-on-one, 1 hour, to get to understand you, what do you want and where do you want to go, and let's see if I can take you there. But I believe I can, more especially with React.js. Let's continue, guys. Okay, and then this means that now we know that we've got everything and we are happy. Let's save. Okay, cool. What's the next thing to do? The next thing to do is to get the user that has got this what, guys, that has got this email. Okay, now when we are trying to get the user that has got this email, some errors might occur, so we need to wrap that code with a try and catch block. Okay, try and catch block. Okay, my apologies about that error. Okay, and then what we will do, if we got an error, we will return, I'm not sure, I'm starting to repeat myself here, I'm starting to return a lot. I am thinking I can create a method that will help me with this returning, but for now let me just, sometimes you just have to repeat yourself. Okay, but I'm starting to panic. Okay, I don't have to copy and paste this much. Okay, so we are going to return a response. It's going to be an error, and let's just push that error. Okay, maybe it will say the user does not exist or whatever. So we are just being safe here. Okay, so whatever that we are going to write here, in case there is an error, we are not going to continue. Okay, as you can see. So what are we going to do here? We need to connect using Prisma to our database and fetch the user with this email. Okay, so let's type here const sorry, so const, this is a user data. Okay, but I want to give it a what can I say, a variable name that makes sense, or a correct one. So okay, so we've got the user here. We want to test if this user exists. So let's say existing user. Okay, this is the existing user. Okay, so now how are we going to connect to Prisma? Since you are using met component, I've got a method, okay, which is singleton. Okay, Prisma. Okay, this is comes with the met component. Okay, so dot user users. Okay, I'm getting into this table, and what do I want from these users? I think I want to find, but I want to find unique, not many. Okay, I want to find unique, and then I want to find unique where, okay, where what, where email. Yes, it's an object where email, and that's it. Okay, so obviously this is a shortcut. Okay, you could do this where email, put this, and then where email is equal to email. Okay, but in JavaScript, if this email is the same as email and the same thing, then you can omit this. Okay, you can also type here where email at gmail at what. Okay, I hope you get that. So let's just do the shortcut where email. So meaning that where email is equal to this one. So we want to see, does this user exist? Okay, so that if it doesn't exist, we throw an error. Okay, so let's throw that error. Let's check the type of response that we are getting, not the response but the type of it. Let's check here. Okay, const existing user is declared. Okay, it doesn't really, it's not a promise. Okay, it's not a promise, but I think we have to await it. Okay, awaiting doesn't hurt, because if you are receiving a promise, you will always get true because there is something there, so this won't be null. Okay, but if you await that promise, if it's null, then you will get null. So where there is nothing, then you will get the proper error message. So let's just await it. So at this point in time, there are some methods that in the back end or in the server that I'm not really sure if we have to await them or not. But my first litmus test, how do I know if I have to await something? If I can see the return response, it's a promise, that's a sure sign that you need to await it. Okay, but some of these methods I'm not really sure, so that's why I always make sure that I'm safe by awaiting it. Okay, and then if the user does not exist, let's copy this as it is. Okay, the user does not exist, then here we go, I'm copying myself again. Okay, but if you want, you can create a method that will make your life easier here. Okay, user does not exist, error message. Let's just say user does not exist. Does not exist. Okay, I'm happy with this. So should we continue here, that means the user exists. Can't we return the data of that user that exists? Okay, so that we can first of all check if our code is working, there are no mistakes. Okay, so when we are done with this, I also want this response. Okay, the same response, but it's not going to be an error this time. Existing user, let's pass this existing user here as an object, and 200, that means everything went well. Now we need to remember the users. Okay, I forgot now. Let's register a user that we will know. Okay, let's register a user. Never. Let's call this user met. Okay, and the email address. Okay, and the email address is met@gmail. Okay, I hope that is a unique email, and the password still it's met. Okay, let's see. Let's just put this, and then let's just check here in case the user exists. Okay, so it's met@gmail.com and the password is met. Okay, cool. Let's register and see. Here is this pending. Okay, cool. We have managed to create a user which is met. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, now let's go to login. Go back here and let's go to login. Met at gmail.com. Okay, for now we are testing if the user exists. The password is not important. Okay, we are supposed to get the data of this user if it exists. Okay, let's see. Login. Here is login, and also it's giving us something. Okay, the user exists, guys. Okay, this user ID, it's number 10. The name is met. Here is the what, and here is the password, and here is the path. That means we are good to go. We are getting there. Okay, what else do I want to do now? I want to go back here. Okay, now I need to compare the password. Okay, how am I going to compare the password? Let's create a variable. The name of this variable is password correct is equal to, and then we need to use a package called bcrypt because our password has been encrypted. So bcrypt, okay, it looks like it's not there. That's not much of a problem. Let's see bcrypt. Okay, and let's go here and import it. Okay, import. What are you going to import? To be honest, I don't know, but I know I'm going to import it from bcrypt. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, it's not only bcrypt, it's bcrypt.js. Now I know I want to import bcrypt.js. Maybe not in this way, maybe just like this. So we want to import bcrypt.js, and then on bcrypt.js we want to compare. Okay, the first argument in this method, it's the user's password. Okay, the one that has not been hashed. So let's just type password here. Remember, we have the password. And then the next one, it's the one that comes from the existing user. Okay, the one that comes from the existing user dot password. Okay, and then let's check the type of data that is being returned. It's a promise. Okay, if you've got a promise here, this will always be true. Okay, obviously let's just test it. Okay, let's just test if that is the case. Okay, let's see, how are we going to test if that is the case? How are we going to test? Let's say if, okay, let's say if this is true. Okay, if this is true, let's see, this condition will always return true, since this, as you can see, guys, a promise. Okay, so always check what are you getting back so that you can await it. Sorry, now it's not a promise. Okay, it's something which is a boolean, true or false. I hope you have seen that when you are in a server, please always await. So I usually say good things come to those who wait. So if you don't wait, you are going to always get bad things. Okay, so let's continue, guys. Are we recording? Yes. Okay, I'm happy with that because sometimes I forget to. So we want to ask, is this password true? So what we can do here, we can pass this, which is either going to be true or false. Okay, so remember here we didn't care much about the password. Okay, here, so this means this is the wrong password, so I'm expecting to get false. Okay, where is my network now? Where is my network tab? Okay, let me just click here, maybe I will see it. Well, I don't. Where is it? All right, in the network tab, close this. Why I am lost in my own code. let me close this and open it again. My apologies about that. Okay, it's my first time to see this. As you can see, this is where we are now, but I don't have what I'm looking for. Okay, as you can see now, we have, here is the login. It looks like the password is false. Okay, true. But now let's give it the correct password. In fact, let's type 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, another false one. Okay, don't mind much about that alerting thing. Password is false. Now let's type MATT, which is met. Let's see. The password is true, so our method is working. So we can know when the password is false and when password is true, when the password is matching. Now what we want to do, let's see what we want to do. It looks like everything is working well. If we can reach this stage, that means we're supposed to log you in. However, let's check. What do I want to do? Let's check if it's false. Okay, first. Okay, I'm not sure if this is defensive programming, but we are making sure that we are checking for wrong things. Okay, which is not true is false. So if this is true, and then this will be converted to false. If it's false, this will be converted to true. Okay, so if this is not true, let's return an error. Okay, my apologies about that. My copy and paste didn't work very well. Okay, response, and the error name is incorrect password. Okay, I think here the rule of thumb, because we are dealing with some security issues, is not to be specific in your errors. Okay, for instance, just say incorrect credential or username or password is incorrect. Don't tell the person what is the actual problem, because if they are guessing, they will know that the user now is correct, so I'm only left with the password. So I'm not sure if keep on confusing them. Okay, so but for me here, I'm just going to say incorrect password, because when I'm getting the errors as a developer, I want to know exactly which one is it. I must know it's line 33. Okay, so that's why I'm saying incorrect password. Okay, then if we can continue up to here, this means that the user is the correct user. Okay, so what do we do when the user is correct? I think we did this before. Let's come here and check on API register. Okay, excuse me about that. On API register, what do we do? Okay, here is it, guys. Okay, we create a session user. Here are the details that we'll give to that session, and then from there we are going to create a cookie session. We get a response that will return back a response with a cookie that will have a token. Okay, so let's do that, guys. Okay, this is exactly what we want. And my question is, can't I take this? Let's see. Can't I take this and make it a method in the met component library? Let's see. Let's say we've got a method. Let's say it's going to be create session. Oh, okay. The challenge will be, how am I going to know these details? Okay, let me just run it through my mind. We are going to have this method. What is it going to do? Basically, this is what it's going to do. It's going to do this, and it will receive okay. Let's see. I don't think it's going to be useful, guys. Okay, if you can look at it, this method alone does the job. Okay, this line. Okay, if you look at this is not like multiple tasks. Okay, this is just like a variable. Session user is equal to, let's say it was a string, so you cannot reuse that. There is no need, because whatever that you put as that string, it's uniquely for this module. Okay, so this is not a potential candidate for reuse, so let's just copy and paste as it is. Okay, let's go back here, and once I don't think I am where I want to be. I want to be on route. So this means that once everything works well, now we don't need this response, because this method will return a what can I say, a next response, okay, with the cookie, okay, with the token. Okay, so you know what makes me laugh is that it's the stop phrase. You know, everybody has got that, I'm not sure, that word that they like to say frequently. Okay, and for me it's okay. Okay, so I've got a course on FreeCodeCamp. Okay, on FreeCodeCamp, it's a Next.js course. Okay, so there is a comment that reads as stop saying okay. Okay, so now the reason why I'm laughing, guys, it's that, okay, my apologies about that, because now as I'm speaking to you, I can see that I am making use of okay. So I'm like, ish, maybe I need to work on this. Okay, maybe we are just taking a small break. Okay, also you are getting to know the guy behind the voice a little better. Where is my course here on FreeCodeCamp? But I think it's the only one on ShadCn. So if my internet is slow and I don't see it, I can type here ShadCn. Let's see. So it's supposed to be the only course that is on ShadCn specifically. Okay, here we go. I'm saying okay again. What's the problem with my internet? Well, here is it, guys. Okay, here is it. This is my course. Okay, as you can see now, it's sitting at 838 likes and 36k views. Okay, so enough about that, guys. I was also taking some sort of a break in a way, so let's get back to business. Okay, thank you so much for waiting for me. Now we've got the existing user. Okay, so the existing user, in registration it was created user, but now it's just the existing user. It has got the name, existing user, it has got the email, it has got the image path, and it has got an ID. So this enables us to create the token, okay, the JSON web token. Okay, I'm going to try to limit my okays. Okay, so I apologize about that. The force of habit. It looks like some, as you can see, guys, this was playing and it started with okay. I think I need to improve on that. Let's continue, guys. So we are creating a cookie, okay, a token, JSON web token here, and then we're going to receive a response, and this response has got a token in it. Let's see if after we have successfully logged in, are we going to get the token. Application, I think this is an old token. We can delete it. Okay, we can delete it, and met@gmail.com, and the password 1234, which is the wrong one. Let's test. Okay, no token. Now let's put the correct password, MATT. There is a token. How can we know if this JSON web token has got Matt's detail? Let's go to JSON web token, or JWT, let's say. Okay, let's paste this here. As you can see, active name Matthew, active email. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, I'm convinced that these are the correct details. Let's go back to the front end. Let's go back to the front end. Instead of alerting blah 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 there, okay, then let's see. Let me just search, am I on the front end? Authentication, login. Here is the alert, blah blah blah. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to know what are we getting back as a response. What are we getting back as a response? So if we have managed to reach this stage, this means that everything has been successful, right? And then we need to redirect to the home page. We did this on the registration. Let's just search for form mutation. Okay, form mutation, not this one. Form mutation, I want the method where here is it. Okay, so on success, okay, on success we navigate to home. Okay, so obviously, okay, we need, sorry, let me just copy this. Let's just copy this as it is. Okay, and then we are going to go to home. Sorry, we are going to go to login. Okay, and then on success, okay, let's do this. Just let's just type welcome. Okay, here. Also welcome here. I really don't know what to type. Welcome to, what's the name of the application? To do app. Okay, let's declare a navigator. Let's just declare a navigator, or const navigator is equal to use router. Make sure you import this from next navigation. It looks like to me everything is working well. Okay, let me delete this. met@gmail.com. Let's test, guys. met@gmail.com. Wrong, what is this? Wrong password. If there's a wrong password, why it doesn't indicate to us if there's a wrong password, but that's a story for another time. Let's put the right password, then we are redirected to home. But the challenge that we have on home, oh okay, I was looking for this met, and here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm happy with this. Okay, now guys, let's get into the middleware. Okay, this home, it's the actual application. Okay, so not everyone is supposed to come here. What else do I need to do? I think we just need to implement the sign out. Okay, we need to implement the sign out. Let's see, don't I have in the met component a sign out method? Okay, or maybe it's a logout in the met component. How do I then log out in the met component? Let's see. I think in the met component I have a mechanism for signing out, or is it something that maybe I have to implement? Okay, let's check on actions. Don't we have under met component action? I think I've, let's see. Do I have actions, not hooks? Where is met component? Here is met component. Do I have actions here? Let's see. Actions. Looks like I don't have actions here. Met components, API maybe. Create session, section, met server, met upload. Let's check on helpers, convert, verify. Okay, it looks like I don't have it. Okay, let's see, where can I get it? I think I have got a code here. I have got a code here. I think it's a YouTube clone. Okay, I think on the YouTube clone, or where? Okay, or here. Okay, I think I have, let's go to API sign out. Here is sign out. I think we can reuse this. Okay, we can reuse this. Okay, as you can see, this method, it's a get method, and then it will get the URL, then get the search params, and then let's see, base URL, and then response.set cookie token. Okay, so as you can see, what it does, it just change the token, okay, to this hash, which is, what can I say, it's just deleting the actual active user data, or the actual user token that was there. Okay, so as you can see, guys, okay, there is nothing much going on here. Okay, as you can see, so it will redirect you to the login after you have logged out. So what we can do, we can just come here. Where is that logout route? Let's see API, home, login. I'm not in the right place. Okay, sorry about that. So let's go to API and let's check sign out. Okay, sign out. So now this is not part of the met component, so we might as well make this a met component reusable. Let's say what? Reusable method. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Let's go to met component, met components, and then on the API, because it works on the API, let's just paste it here first. This is the sign out, and then how are we going to do this? Okay, how are we going to do this? Or maybe in the met component we can place it. Okay, we can cut this here and we can place it under to copy. Okay, as you can see, this is some of the things that you'll just have to copy and paste it into your route. Okay, as a sign out route under API. Okay, so this is the to do. This is not the met component library, so I might as well open the met component library and paste this there, because if I don't, I will forget and the library will be inconsistent. So where is met component? Okay, and then I need to go to copy. Okay, let's see, to copy I need to paste this. Okay, is it here? Okay, let's go back and copy it again. My apologies about that. Sign out, copy, and then we need to paste it on met component. So meaning that you will find this here. To copy. Okay, sign out. I think this will work fine. Okay, I think this will work fine. And then let's go to the package and let's see. Now we are on 3.2, and then let's publish this. Okay, npm. Let's publish this. Okay, and then what we will do, we are going to delete this one here. Okay, because this is the one that we copied, or I copied. Okay, so what we are going to do, we're just going to go to the JSON and then change this to 2. I am expecting after this has been installed, that folder is there automatically. Okay, that folder is there under to copy. Okay, so I'm just going to cancel my server here, clear this, and then npmi, where is my to copy, met components to copy, met components to copy. As you can see, guys, we don't have it here, we don't have sign out. So I'm expecting after this npm install, then we are supposed to have a to copy there, because we are going to install this version. Okay, as you can see, guys, I didn't connect to the internet. That might be a problem. Okay, let's check. Is this, yeah, it was pushed. Okay, default access latest, or maybe it's still stuck, because as you can see, guys, okay, because I was not connected. So meaning that let's cancel this first, this one. Okay, as you can see, it didn't work. I'm happy about that. This has to work. Okay, this has worked, as you can see, 32. Okay, or .3.2. And then let's go back here. Nope, not here, but here. And then let's run npm install again. Okay, still to copy, that folder is not here. So after this, as you can see, guys, here is the folder. I'm happy with this. That means we're good to go. npm run dev. Okay, so we are going to route to this. Okay, so here we are going to copy this to our API. Okay, our API folder. Am I on to do? Yes. Not this met component API, this one, this API. I think I need to put a capital letter on this API going forward. Okay, because this API and this one, they might be confusing. So let's paste this here. So this is the sign out route. So let's see if it works without us even changing it. Okay, so what we are going to do now, let's go back to the met avatar. Okay, let's go back to home on our routes. Go back to home on our route. As you can see, guys, these are the met items of the met avatar. The link one, okay, it pushes us to register. So now let it push us to sign out. Okay, so I'm assuming that the user automatically is supposed to be signed out. Okay, let's test, guys. Okay, do we have a token? As you can see, guys, we have a token. So suppose if this works, this token changes. Let's see. Let's see. It looks like sign out is taking us to register. Okay, why is it taking us to register? Yes, let me click undo. Yes, it was register, but now it's sign out. Okay, it's no longer register, it's sign out. Make sure that this, oh, my apologies, guys, my apologies, it's me. Remember, this is API sign out. Okay, API sign out. Okay, so we just need API here, then / sign out. Okay, then let's refresh here. We still have the token, and then I'm going to go to home. Okay, home is going to give me the logged in, what can I say, the logged in user, because it's the active user. Now let's log out and see. As you can see, guys, okay, now the token has changed and it has redirected us to log in. So we are managing to log in and log out. Okay, so let's just test the login again. Okay, met at gmail.com, and let's see, met. Okay, let's see what will happen here. As you can see, guys, now we are logged in. Let's log out for the last time. Okay, it looks like we have jumped to log out, but I don't think the token has been changed. Let's just refresh and see. Okay, let's see. I don't think the token has been changed now, but here it's on logout. So let's go to home. Okay, you can still go to home. Let's log out again. Okay, this is suppose. Okay, so it works, but it looks like it's not like perfect. Okay, it's not perfect. So let's make it perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Met Avatar, because yes, I think it's the Met Avatar that is responsible for that. And in terms of the Met Avatar, it does this by creating a link. Okay, now guys, let's do it like this. Okay, let's be clever. Let's see, what do I want to do? Okay, let's go back to the home page. Okay, let's go back to the home page. You will see what I will do. Let's go back to the home page. Where is the home page? Here is the home page. Okay, I am going to remove this logout. Okay, this one, because this one goes to this page through a link. Okay, it looks like that link doesn't really do the job as we want to. So let's use another way, another method to visit this. Okay, let's see. Another method will be to use the avatar action. Okay, but in this action, okay, in this action, we are not going to alert something now. We are going to route to here, but programmatically. Okay, here we are using an href in a way, or a link. It looks like it works, but sometimes it doesn't work. We want something that will work always. Okay, and secondly, we are not going to use our Next.js way of routing. Let's try to use pure JavaScript. Okay, let's fiddle. Do I have an object which is called window? Okay, can I get that? It looks like I can. Let's see. Let's say, do I have href here? Okay, it's, if I'm getting, is it window or is it I don't think it's not DOM. It's not DOM. Okay, I think it's window, but it's window dot what? Okay, because I want to change the href. So it's window dot, let's try location. Looks like we've got location dot href. Okay, let's check dot href. Then I want the href. This is pure JavaScript. Okay, this is pure JavaScript. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to force the login to always hit this, because if it doesn't exactly as you have noticed, the user might think that they have logged out, whereas they didn't. Okay, so we can't afford that. Okay, so now we are using a different method. So this means that this link in the met component is going to be deprecated, or maybe I will have to warn you, don't use it for sign out. Okay, we will see what I can do, but maybe in the next version I'm going to remove it. So this is how I'm going to navigate to sign out. Okay, I think this is some sort of a bulletproof method. Okay, so let's try, guys, and test and see if it's working. This is pure JavaScript. And then what I'm going to do, am I logged in? No. Okay, Okay, cool. Let's see, met@gmail.com. Okay, and let's type met. Okay, log in. Okay, everything works well. Let's log out. Now there is action. Okay, my mistake because of copy and paste. Log out. So and also these keys, I don't think I have explained these keys, guys. Okay, so if you've got some JSX element in JavaScript and you are putting those inside an array, okay, React wants to keep track of these elements, okay, like using keys so that it can know that this is position 0, 1, 2, 3 or something like that. It's a best programming practices. Okay, so what can I say, you just put it as it is. Okay, and then let's go back here and check. Let's look.
Hey guys, my apologies for disturbing. In case you didn't know, we've got a course at Udemy. If you're watching this on Coded Design, I also got another YouTube channel for teaching you Figma, and that channel is Coded UI. In case you want to be updated by everything that we do here at Coded Design, please check the link in the description below to our Substack newsletter. Thank you so much. I hope you are enjoying.
Out. Okay, log out. It goes there. Log in. Met@gmail.com, and also met. We are logged in. Check log out. Looks like it works for me. Okay, to me it works. So maybe behind the scene I am going to see, maybe for logging out, okay, maybe I can convert the link. Maybe I can convert the link item to a logout item instead. Okay, I think so. So you can only use this logout method, I think so. Check here, guys. Let me quickly do that. Avatar, let's see, avatar link. Okay, let's see, this is what I want. So I'm going to change avatar link. Okay, let's change it to avatar logout. My apologies about that. Let me just change to avatar logout. And then you don't need to pass any parameters. Okay, maybe you can pass the label, because instead of saying logout you might want it to be sign out, so I can leave that one. Okay, but the link, I don't need it. Okay, so in this library I am going to advise, I don't need to wrap this in a link. I'm going to advise that when you want to log out, use the avatar logout instead. Okay, and then let's put the on click here when you click on this, and then this will take you to here. Okay, I'm happy with that, meaning that it's telling you that you must have sign out. Okay, what if maybe you've got your own different what can I say, your own different route for signing out? That means you need to use the action and then you put your own logic there. Okay, so this one, it has to be avatar logout, and that's it. Okay, now I think this is fine. Okay, then now we don't have the avatar link. As you can see, the what can I say, the file name still says link. Okay, let's say logout, avatar logout. Okay, I'm happy with this, so I can copy this. Let's test if it's working. Okay, there is the avatar logout. Let's see what is the error here. Avatar link does not exist, of course. And then instead of putting this action here, we can change it to avatar logout. And then we don't have the action method now. Okay, we don't really have the action method. I think so. We don't have this on avatar logout. Okay, what is it that I want to do? Let's see. I want to delete up until here. Yes, and everything is working well, because on logout we don't really have, we only have the label. Logout now, let me change that so that we can see it changing even here. Where are we? Okay, we have logged out. Met at gmail.com, and then the password, it's met. Okay, is it avatar logout now? Yes, let's see if it works. It works. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to update the library. Let's see, what do we want to change? Avatar logout, that's what we want. Where is it? It's on met component, avatar logout. Let's go there. I think we are going to delete the avatar link. Okay, we are going to delete the avatar link. Where is it? Is it here? Oh, maybe I didn't even update this, but I think, okay, let me just try to do this. Avatar. Yeah, I didn't. Was it updated? Okay, met avatar, met components. Yes, where is, let me type A here. Met component, let's see. Okay, I don't see these two here. Okay, I don't see these two here. Let's go back here. As you can see, guys, I might have not updated these. Okay, so these are under met component. Cool. Okay, thanks to this, now let me take these two to the other side. Okay, so that you can also get them. In case maybe you are facing some inconsistencies, my apologies about that. Okay, that's why I'm saying I need to always make some updates. Okay, as you can see, guys, now these are here. Okay, cool. Let's run this one now. Okay, npm publish, npm publish. Okay, let's see. Now we've got 3.3. There are some errors. Forbidden. Whether publish 3.2. I didn't save this, that's why. Okay, this has not been saved. As you can see, now it's saved, guys. Okay, npm publish. I think everything has worked well. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to where? Let's go back to where? Let's go back to where? Let's go back to here. We need to cancel this, and then we need to go back to packages. Then let's change this to 3. Okay, and then what I want to do, I want to npmi. My apologies, guys, let me take a water break in the meantime. Okay, now let's check these guys there. Excuse me, do we have the avatar? As you can see, guys, we've got avatar logout and avatar action. Okay, cool. So what am I going to do now? Apologies about that. What am I going to do now? It looks like, guys, we can log in and log out. Okay, we want to log in. Yes, met at gmail.com, gmail.com, and met. All right, this is supposed to redirect. Let me just check the network to see what might have happened. There is an error. It doesn't tell us what the error was. Okay, met. Let's see, maybe there's some sort of minor, there was an error. Let's check here, guys, what the error might be. Apologies about that. Log in. Do we have anything that looks red? Not really. And then I'm just thinking what might be the problem. This is not running. Okay, this is not running. npm run dev. Okay, this is not running. Now it's running. Okay. All right, guys, my apologies about that. My mistake. Okay, now it's running. Let's log in again. Go back to application. Go back to application. As you can see, it looks like we've got a token here. Now you need to redirect. I'm happy with this. Now check the mistake, guys. Okay, what will take us to the middleware? Are we still running? Yes. Check what will take us to the middleware. Okay, let's log out. Okay, this is a protected route. Let's say let's log out. Log out now. Yes, that means there is no user that is logged in. Let's wait for this to redirect. Okay, that means there is no user that is logged in. But if we can go to home, it goes to home. Because there is no user that has been logged in, it doesn't show the what? It doesn't show the avatar. Okay, so what we need to do now, we need to get into the middleware. Okay, then the middleware need to protect this route. Okay, you must not come here if you are logged in. You must only come here when you are logged in. If you are logged out, you must not come here. So let's get into the middleware. Okay, so the middleware is not different from this route. Where is the API login? It's not different from this. Okay, not different at all. Okay, it's exactly the same thing. To prove that it's exactly the same thing, I will copy this line as is. Okay, I want you to, I'm not sure, I want to make middleware as simple as possible. Okay, I want to make it as simple. I don't want you to struggle. Okay, because sometimes we explain it in complicated ways and okay, so if you understood me when I was explaining this, the middleware is exactly the same thing. So let's go back to here. Okay, so on the root folder, let's create a middleware. Please make sure that this name it's exactly like this. Okay, before we do anything, okay, I like to test things. Let's just console.log. Okay, console.log middleware running. Let's see what will happen. Okay, in this file, whenever we run whatever that we run, we want to see what will happen. Okay, it's just an empty page. Okay, let's see what will happen. It looks like to me there was middleware running. The middleware runs. Okay, let's go back to maybe register. Let's say okay, as you can see, there is an error, guys. Okay, but what I was trying to show you here is that middleware first, okay, runs in all requests. Okay, the middleware, it's like the bologna in between in a sandwich. Okay, it's between the front end and the back end. As soon as you are trying to connect to a server, it's there running. Okay, it will always run between the request and the response. It's like, let me use this word, we are hacking the system. Somewhere in between we want to do something. Okay, I hope you get that. So that's why it was always running. The reason why it's throwing an error whenever you hit the back end, whether you are creating a post or a get, whatever that you are doing, it's always there. So we want to do something before you continue to the back end, and that's it. So I hope you got that one. So it's telling us the middleware must export. Okay, the middleware must the middleware must export a middleware. Okay, so it's just a function, guys. Okay, check here. Now you got this one. Okay, guys, please don't forget, in case you might want to support me, I've got let's say Udemy. Okay, I've got this course here. Okay, please come, guys, and support me. This course, I think it's cheap, guys. Okay, it's not that expensive. I've got these 2 courses. Please don't forget. Okay, so in case you might want me to sort of give you a one-on-one course, teach you exactly what you want to know, okay, then you can come here and click the discovery call, and then we take it from there. Let's go back to the middleware. Okay, so as you can see, I have copied this post as it is. I'm just going to change it, just change the name to middleware. Okay, as you can see, guys, there is nothing different. It's just the name. Okay, so it cannot find this type. Okay, so we're going to press Control on Windows and then space, and then we import this from Next.js. And then now suppose when we are running this, as you can see, guys, now everything is working as normal. Okay, let's go back and console log again. Okay, middleware running, okay, inside a function, okay, which is inside a middleware function. Okay, let's check, guys, what happens whenever we make any request, be it via, what can I say, a form or what. Okay, let's hit this endpoint again. As you can see, guys, this middleware runs. Okay, let's say we want to go to register. Okay, we're getting into register. This middleware runs. Okay, so I hope now you see when is the middleware being triggered. Okay, that is very important. So let's go back here. Okay, so if the middleware always runs, okay, what does it know? Because we need to make some condition. So we need to know how knowledgeable or how clued up are you, okay, which is you as the middleware. What information do you have for us? What methods can we pull from you as a middleware? Then we can make some decisions so that we can protect some routes. Okay, which route do we want to protect? I apologize about that. We don't want you to go to home if you are not logged in. At this point in time, you can. So the first thing that we are going to do, we need to know where are we, or which route is this request coming from. I hope now you are starting to understand the idea of HTTP request and the information that it gives you. Okay, it gives you more than, okay, if you click here, you think that you are only getting here, but this will send a lot to the back end. So we need to know, I think it's the origin, okay, in terms of the terminology, the HTTP terminology. We need to know the path. So what we are going to do, we are going to declare a function here, which is path. Okay, the path is equal to, we are going to take the same request, guys. Okay, it's the same Next.js request. Okay, dot, let's see, do we have next URL here? As you can see, guys, this is the next URL, and then let's look for path name. Okay, so what we want to do now, okay, console.log path name. Okay, dot path console.log path. So we want to know which path are we in. So every time the middleware runs in between the request and response, we'll just have to know where we are. Okay, as you can see, guys, /home, that's correct. Okay, register, /register. It looks like we are getting the path. Okay, cool. Now obviously we can make some conditions here. Okay, if the path, okay, if the path is equal to /home, okay, if the path is equal to /home, if path, oh, okay, sorry, guys, with double equal sign or triple. Okay, so if the path is this one, what do we want you to do? We don't want you to go there. Okay, really we don't. So let's look for next response. Okay, next response dot, let's redirect you. Okay, we're redirecting you to where? Let's create a new URL, and then let's pass / login. We're going to take you to login because you are not logged out. We need to pass here as an argument the base URL. Where are you going to get the base URL? We are going to get the base URL from request. Okay, and that's it. So if the middleware runs every time it runs, okay, just between the browser and the server. Okay, when somebody wants to get into the server, it doesn't matter in which way they are getting into the server, by the window, by the door, by the roof, by the open, whatever. Okay, it will always run. So meaning that whenever you hit there, we are here in the middle. Okay, we are a piece of software in the middle we want to run. So we want to check, is this path home? If yes, redirect to what? To the login page. Let's check now. Okay, apologies about that. We are able to get into register. Let's check about login. We are able to get into login. Let's see, what about home? It looks like we are able to get into home. Okay, it looks like we're able to get into home. Let's just check. Are we supposed to await this? Maybe. But the first thing that we can do, let's console log. Okay, because we want to prevent you from getting into home. So let's see what is inside home. Okay, the path, I think here is it, guys. It's / home. Okay, the path request / home, and that is it. Let's do it again. Okay, this is / home. Okay, if path string, yes, I don't think I have to await it. Okay, if it's equal to / home, which I believe path is equal to / home, let's do this condition. Okay, let's do this condition. Log in path equal to, or maybe I need to do 2 equal sign. Yes. Okay, let me try this. Equal to, let me do the condition equal to this. Let me just do 2 equal signs. Okay, equal to this. So log in, let's type here, let's put here boolean path. Okay, so suppose it give us true when the path is home, because path equal to this, we are hoping it's going to be true, or we are expecting it to be true. Okay, so we want to see, is this testing correctly? Okay, let's see what is it going to display. Path is true, so meaning that we are winning. Okay, meaning that we are winning. Path is true. For instance, let's change this. Path is supposed to be false. Go back here. Path is false. So if then this has been path equal to true, this one, okay, then suppose the same thing here evaluated to true. Okay, my apologies, guys. Okay, suppose this evaluated to true and we were supposed to return, this is my mistake. Okay, we didn't return this. Okay, so everything was working fine. Okay, we didn't return this. Okay, let's check now when we are returning it. As you can see, when we are trying to hit home, you are taken back to login. Okay, hit home, you are taken back to login. As you can see, guys, we are winning. Okay, cool. And then let's see. So if you are hitting login, nothing will happen. This will only work when you are hitting home. Okay, I think we are good to go, but the problem is it only it doesn't even check if you are logged in or not. Okay, so if home is equal to path, now we need to know is the user logged in. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to check, do we have an active user? Okay, since you are using a met component, I have got also another function or method that helps me to check, do we have an active user? Okay, and it runs on a server. So on a client, when you want to get the information for an active user, you use I think it's a use active user hook that I've created, but here you are going to use another method, which is it runs on a server. As you can see, now we are on a server. So let's say const is sorry, active, let's say is logged in. Okay, is equal to is logged in. Then we are going to use this method get active user. Suppose we get it from components met component. Okay, so okay, so let's see, what is it getting us back? It's giving us a promise. We need to await it. Okay, we need to await it. So here we can know if there is an active user or not. Okay, when you are trying to access home. Okay, and then based on that, if this is true, okay, that means we're going to get the active user. If this is true, let's console log that user, those user details. And then what are we going to do? We are going to let you get into home. So how are we going to let you get into home? Let's read. Are we returning? Yeah, I think we are returning. Return next response. I think dot next. Okay, and I think it's a method. That means continue. Okay, let's check. If this is true, then you can continue. What if it's false? Then you don't continue. Well, this works, okay, but we need to reverse it, reverse the logic. Okay, you can only continue when you don't have an error. So we are going to take this here because this is going to be an error. You can reach this stage when there is no error. So let's reverse the condition. If there is an error, return to login. That means should you pass, that means there is a logged in user. Okay, and then it's going to let you continue. Let's go back and test here. Go back to home. It's going back here. Okay, as you can see, and it doesn't log any login data. Okay, test it for the last time. Go to home. It's taking us back here. I hope you get that. And then now let's log in. Okay, it's met@gmail.com. Remember, this will redirect us to home. So if there is, as we are expecting to be logged in, suppose we are able to reach home now. Okay, met, and that's it. Let's see. And it's supposed to display here the login data. Check here, guys. It's giving us. Okay, so basically, guys, that's how you use, maybe that's not how you use a middleware, but that's the idea, the concept behind the middleware. I want to burn the concept in your brain so that you can understand it through and through. Okay, not just use it and then you really don't know why it's happening. Okay, so my apologies about that. So it looks like to me, whenever we want to protect a route, okay, we need to make these if else conditions. Okay, I think as time goes by, we might run into some issues because we need to write a lot of if the route is protected, then do this, if the route is dashboard, if the route is what. according to the middleware, there is another way of doing this. Okay, we can declare some paths, okay, that will only be affected by this middleware. I hope you do get that. Okay, the path that will only be affected, which is a protected path. That means that we need not to put this here. Okay, we need not to put this if. Okay, that means now we are removing the if. Let's say if the path is home, we need not to do that. Let's remove this. Okay, because we are going to specify in a different way that this middleware will only run on this condition. Okay, but we're going to do it differently. Okay, what else are we checking? Okay, so that means in each and every route, always check, is this logged in? And then after that, if it's not, return to log in. If it is, then go to let it go. Okay, continue and go to the route. Now this applies to all the pages. Okay, and obviously it might give some mistake, it might give some error when you are logged out. Let's just quickly test that. Check here, guys. We are logging out. Okay, that means it's giving us an error. Why it's giving us an error? Simply because the user is not there, because we have logged out and we are redirected to log in. When we get into log in, the user is not there, we are being redirected to log in. When we get to log in, the user is not there, we are redirected to log in, up until it throws an error because we didn't specify where, okay, is this going to apply, in which route. Okay, so let's come back here out of this function. Let's tell the middleware that const, okay, I think we have to export this. Okay, export const config, okay, is equal to an object that must take a matcher. Suppose this gives me what this thing in IntelliSense, but it doesn't. Okay, matcher er, and then and an array of paths. Okay, where do we want this to be active? Now it's not working because it's active even on login. That's why there's an infinite loop. Now let's tell it we want it to be active only on home. Okay, let's go back here. Suppose now this will work. This will take us, why don't it refreshes automatically? It doesn't. Let me force it to refresh. Okay, as you can see now, it's testing us. It's allowing us. Okay, why? Because the middleware only applies to home. What if maybe we can change the middleware to apply to log in? We are going to go back to an infinite loop and it's going to cause an error. Let's force it to refresh, as you can see. Okay, now what we want this to be home here. Okay, so now this only applies to home. Let's refresh and let's try to go home. Then it takes us back to log in. Let's try to go home. Then it takes us back to log in. Looks like we can't go to home. But what if we want to go to register? It takes us to register. Okay, for the sake of simplicity, there is a lot that can go in here. Okay, there is a lot that can go in here. Okay, but to keep things simple, I'm just going to end here. But let me just show you how far or how complex can this be. Click middleware. Let's see. Okay, so these are the functions, these are the applications that what can I say, they are responsible for authentication and authorization. Let's call them the gurus. Okay, so these guys can manipulate the middleware the best way. Okay, let's take it that way. So they've got some matchers here, which what can I say, for instance, the problem that you might have here is that depending on how you configure this, you might be in a situation whereby your middleware, based on how you have configured it, doesn't allow you to access even the public routes, the images that everybody is supposed to get access to. Sometimes this might allow you, might kind of hinder you from accessing the API route. Okay, so it looks like to me there is a certain matcher that is perfect, the one that allows you to go to the public routes, it allows you to go to the everywhere, it allows you to go to your API endpoints when necessary. Okay, but it blocks you from any other route. Okay, I hope you do get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's just go back here and see. This is Click. Okay, so this is their own matcher. Okay, in the real life application that I am developing, I have copied this matcher. Okay, because it's some sort of reversing what I did here. Here I'm saying allow these protected, block access from these protected routes. This matcher says or does the opposite. So it says that here I'm saying block, okay, block access from this. That one, that matcher says that allow only these. Okay, so the condition has been reversed. Okay, so I was just giving you a hint as to if you want to dive deep into the matchers and how it works, okay, you can. Okay, so let's just recap to check where we are now. Looks like to me we can log in, and also we've got a protected route. Maybe I have a user which is test. Let's see. Are we going to go there? That means I don't have it. Let's go and register it. Let's call this user test with all this information so that we don't have to put the email and password again. Okay, let's register it, and then we are supposed to go to the home, or maybe it exists. Why it didn't continue? Let's see. Okay, just for the interest sake, just to test, just want to see. Let's see. I hope our middleware, it's not stopping us from doing what we want to do. Let's see. Oh, okay, the user exists. Okay, maybe the user exists and I don't know the password for it. Okay, now I understand. Okay, the user exists but I don't know the actual password for it. Maybe this is the wrong password. Okay, let me just type test here. Okay, now I understand what's going on. As you can see, guys, I forgot the password. Okay, invalid email, met@gmail.com, and then let's type met. Okay, this we are supposed to get into here. Let me save this password because I really want to save it. So now, guys, we've got the protected route. Okay, let's just check the time and see. Okay, what else can we do from here? Now that we are in here, okay, I think this needs to be here, okay, at the top here, okay, so that it can be some sort of a navigation bar. So for now, it's just going to be at the top. So let's check, where is it? I think it's somewhere inside here, home. Okay, yes, it's somewhere here inside home, and then it's being rendered conditionally. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to use a class name that we have here, which is called center. Okay, which is called center, and then we are going to have another container here, let's say another div, which is, let's say, content, and then what we're going to do, we're going to put a class name, and here in the class name, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's put a BG, okay, first. Okay, a BG, and let's put a flex of 1, okay, so that this can push this guy up. Okay, so this will take the remaining space, okay, the entire space, and then we want these to be arranged in a flex column. Okay, if this flex column doesn't work, we just have to put important here. Let's go back, guys, and see. As you can see, it looks like my changes didn't apply the way I want to. Okay, here is this guy. Okay, why this guy is not flexed one. Okay, let's see if we can put important here, but everything was supposed to work. Let's see. Flex column, let's put a gap there first, just to test a gap of 11. Do we have that? Yes. All right, let's see. Okay, that means everything has been flexed. Perfect. Flex one, why don't you work? Let's see. Flex of one, that means take the entire space. Let's see. Okay, it might happen in the parent. Okay, the parent of these guys. Okay, these guys must share a space, right? These guys, but the parent doesn't have a height. Okay, check here, the PG red. Okay, even orange will work. It looks like the parent, it's wrapping right around them. It doesn't have enough space, okay, for these guys to share. And then let's see, what if we can make the height full? Okay, we want the height to take, as you can see, guys, now the height of the container is full. This guy is flexing, the flex of one works. Okay, and then let's also make the width of this guy full. Okay, we want it to that means the container still is not that big. Okay, let's go back, which is the parent container. So let's go back to the height of full, and let's make also the width of full. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, so this is the bottom and this is the top. Okay, so what we want to do now, we want to surround the avatar. Where is the avatar? With some sort of a navigation of some sort. Where is, here is the avatar. Okay, so the avatar will form part of a navigation of some sort, which is class name. Let's just give it a color for now so that we can see it. The width, I want it to be full, and the height, I want it to be, let's say, 90 pixels. Okay, and what else? Let's just put this guy for now inside there. As you can see, guys, okay, here is this, and then let's put everything in the center. Okay, let me try something here. I've created my own CSS style for centering things. Okay, I've watched some tutorials and I realized there is something called container. I'm not sure if it was a Tailwind class or it was a Bootstrap or whatever, you never know. So let's just try, guys, to see what is the use of container. Okay, let's see, is it there on, yes, it's there on, I'm not sure if it's a Tailwind or what. Let's just see what this does. Okay, does it center things? Or okay, maybe I have to do a research. Okay, but there is a class called container that I'm not sure what it does. So for now, let's use our own center to center things. Okay, as you can see, this guy is on the center, and then if we might want to push this guy, where is it, this guy, what are we going to do? Okay, let's see, do we have a class name on this guy? I don't think so. I don't remember allowing this guy to be customized. Okay, so let's wrap it in a div that we can customize. Okay, so let's put a class name here. So let me just show you that nothing changed, everything is still the same. So I'm going to check the margin left of this guy, left to auto, so that it can be pushed to the right, as you can see, guys. Okay, and then on my navigation bar, which is 90 at this point in time, I think I can make it 80. Let's check the padding of X, which is in the x-axis. Let's make this where is 8? Let's make this 8. Okay, so that this guy cannot be like in the edge. Okay, check here, guys. Okay, you can lock out. This is an action, whatever action that we want. Okay, I'm happy with this. Maybe on that 8 we can push it to 12 so that we can see this. Okay, so that there could be a space here. I'm happy with this. I don't think I need this background now, this one. Okay, even this one, I don't think I need it. Okay, so let's remove all those ugly gray colors. All right, ugly gray colors, and suppose we are left with this beautiful section. All right, so what do we want to do actually when we are here? We want you to create a to-do. Right? Yes. So how do you do that? So here, guys, I don't want to lie. Okay, I'm not going to be as creative. What can I say? I'm not going to get into details showing you some, what can I say, nice UI tricks. Okay, I am somewhat some kind of wrapping up the tutorial. Okay, the course. Okay, so what I was hoping to teach you, it's the authentication and authorization. That was the main part, because a to-do list doesn't take this long. Okay, all the to-do lists, they are very simple, and so the to-do list part, I would like you to copy it from, let's say, other courses when you want it to be in details. Okay, so I'm trying to say it's not going to be that beautiful or whatever, but you never know. We will see. Maybe I'm a designer, I might want to make some complicated functionalities. So what do we really want to do here? When the user is here, they want to create a to-do. Okay, that means we are going to involve another table for to-dos. So let's start by creating a to-do. So let's have a form that will always be here. Okay, it will always be here. When you create a to-do will be shown in here. Okay, a to-do will be shown in here. Does a to-do really have to have an image? Okay, the reason why I'm tempted to do so, it's because of the met component allows us to easily do that. Okay, so that's why I'm tempted to also add an image there, because I just want to show you that this component library is very powerful. It can allow us to do things that will take a lot of time very, very quick to us. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, let me just take a break and then I will come back. I want to get back refreshed. Okay, instead of wanting to make this a cheap course, because I'm a bit tired. It's been like more than 3 hours or something. Okay, so guys, let me just pause this one. I will come back. I'm just going to refresh myself and that's it. So what we are going to do, we are going to create, or maybe let me just create that. Okay, let me just create there before I take a break. Let me just create a quick to-do form. Okay, why am I going to do that? I want to prove even to myself that the met form or the met component makes it easier to deal with forms, such that even if I'm exhausted or worn out, but I can still quickly put up a form. Okay, check here, guys. Okay, let's now we are just concerned with speed. So now we are creating a component, not a page, and this component will be in a page. So how are we going to do that? Let's go to components, not met component. Let's create a folder here called app components. Okay, app components, it's a folder, and then let's create a add to do form. Okay, this is going to be a form and it's going to be a TSX. Check that, guys. Okay, are we going to allow the image? Of course. So we might as well go to register. Where is register? Here. Here, go to register, home. Where is register? I'm an app auth. Okay, check here, guys. We highlight all of this and copy it as it is, and then we come back to form. app components, okay, to do form, and then let me paste this, and then I will rename this, okay, and copy the to do form. Instead of exporting a page, I export a to do form. Because we are using met form from met component, things are supposed to be easy. And then we are going to import this to do form where? On home. Where is home? Okay, let's see, we are going to import this app. Where is home? Home. My apologies about this. Okay, and then on the content section, we are going to import this form, and then let's import it, and let's go back here and see. Here is the form for our to do. Okay, so as you can see, the content section doesn't have a padding of X. Let's just go to the content section and let's make a padding of X. Let's make it 12 and see how it is. Now what we can do, this is a to do, okay. We just need to come here, check here, guys. Let's first work on the Zord validation. Okay, we've got a task, which is the name. We're going to have a profile image. Let's change the email to date. Okay, to date. The met form has a date. Yes, let's change it to date. We will change the validation later. We want the date, so that means you are going to get the name of the task, the image, let's say, and we are going to force you to do that, the image, and you are going to select the date, and what else? Maybe the description. Okay, the description of the task. Obviously there will be some errors here because some things are not there, some things are there, but that's not much of a problem, guys. We can quickly do that. We've got the name, the profile image, the date, and the description. All right, I think that's all for now, guys. Okay, let's just go test. There is no email now. Let's say there is a date. At the moment it's a string. We will validate when I'm coming back, and then we don't have a password. Check here, guys. Okay, now we don't have the errors. Let's go back here, and then on the met form, check here how easy this is going to be. This is going to be add a to do. Okay, add a to do. That's the name of the form now. Okay, as you can see, guys, add a to do, and then from there, in terms of the fields, we've got the name. Okay, where is the name? Okay, we've got the username, and what else? Instead of having an email, here, do we need icons? I don't think we need icons now. Okay, we can remove the icons in all of our inputs. Okay, the name, it's fine, which is in fact, this is not supposed to be the name. I think it's supposed to be the title. What is the title of the to do? Okay, as you can see, we are starting to get some errors there. Don't mind much about that. We'll fix it now. Okay, you see, guys, how easy it is to use the met form. Okay, very, very easy to use the met form. You don't really think much about anything. Okay, very, very easy. Okay, we've got the title there, we've got the title here. Where is the error? Okay, let's see, met component, title, name. I think this is my mistake. I'm not supposed to change. Okay, sorry, Control Y. Okay, remember, in the met component, I've made a mistake now. This is my mistake. This must always be name. Okay, we must change this title. Okay, it must be a title here. So we've got the title. So here we can just type here the title. Okay, type here the title, and then that's it. Let's go back here. Suppose we don't have icons. The password, we don't need it. So we've got the title. At the moment, we've got the email that we're going to delete. So we've got the title, and let's follow up with an image. Okay, let's follow up with an image. Where's the image component? Let's see, here's the met image. Okay, the met image. Now we are just concerned about the UI. We will fix other things later. Let's go back here, As you can see, here is the met image. You can select the image for your to-do, and then from there, after the image, it's a title, and then we've got the description. Okay, let's see the description. Where is, okay, so this is going to be the description. Okay, this is going to be the description, and then we're going to type here description. As you can see, guys, okay, this is not taking much of our brain. And what else? We don't really have the password. Okay, and then let's go back here. We are not registering. Okay, we are just saving a to-do. What else can we do here? For now, let's leave this like this. Okay, so as you can see, guys, we've just got a form, okay, which is a to-do form that is like out of the box. We didn't really even have to think much, okay, much about it. Reusable, ready to be there. If you were using ShadCn, I think it was going to take longer than this. Okay, what else do we want to do here? The date, guys, I forgot the date. Let's check here, guys. The met component, how easy is it to add the date? Let's put the date on top of the image. Now, if there's an image here, let's just copy this. Okay, copy this as is, and then let's change this to met. Let's see, is it a met date or what? Let's see, met date picker. Okay, it doesn't have a read only, that's true. And the name of it, it's supposed to be the date, I think. The label is the date. Let's say the date. Check here, guys, how simple that is. And we've got a date picker. Okay, as I've promised to you guys, this is 10 times better than ShadCn. I've just created a library that will make it super simple to create forms like a McDonald's franchise. It's like we're producing these forms very, very, very quick. With this, I am happy with it. This is what I wanted when I was creating this. Okay, I didn't want to be stressed by forms. Okay, so guys, as you can see, this was a no-brainer. I just did it with my eyes closed, and then that is it. So obviously, let me take a refresh, and then when we are coming back, we are going to do maybe some components here for the to-dos. Okay, then we will see if we are going to list them according to what can I say, the completed and the ones that are still going to be done. Okay, and that is it, guys. Thank you so much for making this far. Let me just take a break, and let me stop here for now, okay, for the day, guys. Okay, at least I've pushed. Okay, I've got some other things to do. Okay, let me just for now, okay, so that I can save this and let you use it. Okay, so in case you might want to support me, please come and check here. Okay, I've got these courses here. If you might want me to teach you something to help you from being an average developer to the best developer, the creme de la creme, so please come here, guys, and give me your name and email, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, let's just check what we've done. We did a lot of things, guys. Okay, let's just test the application just to see how it works. So now from here we can log out. Okay, this is supposed to log you out, and then at the same time we can log in. Okay, we can, if you want, we can register. Now at least even the flow is working fine. We want to log in. Matthew is already there. That means when we log in, it will take us here. Okay, and then from here, as you can see, we can log out and we can create a to-do date picker right there. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for making this far. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like videos like these, I will be continuing. Okay, thank you so much. See you on the next one.